Grand Rising. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. This is Libra land 1010, and we are under the 100% lunation of the full moon in Taurus. Today is November 5th, 2025. It is 7:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The full moon is, like I said, at 100% lunation, but does seem to peak shortly at 8:19 a.m. So we got about 30 minutes until full peak. Let's go. We're going to be live during that time frame. Libra land. Good morning, everyone. Monday, Tuesday, happy day. Wednesday, Thursday, happy day. Let's go. Let me get a nice crystal out here. I think I'm going to use the blue. How do you pronounce that? It looks like apatite. Blue apatite. It can absorb negative energy of itself and others. Enhances the manifestations of ideas into reality. That's what's going to be joining us for our full moon live stream, Libra. My brother gifted me this last Christmas. It's such a beautiful gift. It was a set of gorgeous crystals specifically made for Libra. If I can find it in the tagged products area, I'll tag it for you guys. If you'd like to gift it for a Libra in your life or any zodiac sign. I'm sure this brand makes all the zodiac sign crystals packs. Anyway, all right, Libra. Woo, full moon. Full moon energy. Listen. I did a reading for Astral Investigation last night because it's different when you tap in during the day versus the nighttime. It's totally different vibes. It's different energies. So sometimes I like to wait until night to do readings, especially ones with like extra woo-woo around them. You know what I mean? Anyway, I did a reading last night for 3i Atlas. What came out in the spirit box? I don't know. I may repost it today on the other channel, Astral Investigation, my other YouTube channel. I may repost the video today because there is some messages that some people need to hear. It started off being about 3i Atlas. It did the first like 10-15 minutes, and then the last 15 minutes, because it's a 30-minute read, so I really don't want to just not post it, but I listened to the spirit box in it, and what the spirit box said was kind of wild. So that's the only reason I deleted it, but I think I'll repost it again today because the last message keeps coming up. It keeps coming up. So make sure you guys are subscribed to Astral Investigation. I will be posting different content over there if you all are interested in more content. Okay. The content that I provide. It's a little different. All right, Libra, good morning, Grand Rising. I will repost it in the community board. When I upload it on my other channel, I'll share it to the Libra Land community board. And that usually gets me more views too when I share it to the Libra Land community board because it opens me up to much more people. So we'll do that. Full moon. Full moon. We'll start with the tarot. Really shuffling. Really shuffling good. Golly, I'm hearing 3 more. Thank you for your patience. 1, 2. The 5 of Ghosts. These passed over loved ones, they're not leaving just because the Day of the Dead is over. Like, they're not going anywhere. That's what I heard. They're still going to be with us, Libra. It was just good that we honored them. But it doesn't mean, like, I don't know. They're still around. It doesn't mean that the only access we have to them is around Dia de los Muertos. That means that's the time that we honor them. But I believe they're sort of always here. All right, here we go. Do I want to do like a special spread? Or do I just want to see what comes out? What's the situation around Libra right now? Let's do the 4-card all-seeing eye spread that I used to do back in the day. The situation is the 10 of Saucers. This is the 10 of Cups. That's crazy because, you know, I read the 10 of Cups as our spirit family, our angels, our ancestors, sort of like the 10 of Baskets in the Hoodoo Tarot. It shows all our family smiling at the cookout, proud of how far we've come. Anyways, this is the 10 of Cups. So this is what I just said. Our passed over loved ones are around us and they're so proud. They're fanning out. They're fans. You have fans, Libra. You have fans. The situation is the 10 of Cups. Let's read. Wealth, abundance, stability. Oh, wait, is this the 10 of Pentacles? Hold on. Sheesh. Oh, this is the 10 of Pentacles. All right. Wealth, abundance, stability. Oh, that is so freaking weird. Look what it says. A loud roaring sound from the sky or a sky quake. I have to post that video now. I must. When I did that reading last night for 3i Atlas for Astral Investigation here on YouTube, the craziest sound came through. The craziest roaring monster sound came through. And I was like, where is that even coming from, yo? I have to repost that video. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, 10 scarlet saucers fly in formation over a field. A lone bovine grazes nearby, unaware of their presence. The 2 lead craft combine their beams into one. Inside this beam, the rancher's wife has been returned. The full moon in the background. Shut the front door. I just got chills. This is a full moon reading. We are at 100% lunation. Beaver, super moon. Right now, as I'm doing this live stream. I didn't even see the full moon until I read the description. The full moon in the background and the number 10. Hey, Libraland 1010. Q&A. Hold on. Okay. There's our little Q&A today. Thank you, YouTube. The full moon in the background and the number 10 both indicate the completion of a task. I feel like with the UFOs returning the rancher's wife after abducting her is almost like you've overcome. You've went through the trials, the tribulations. Some of you have overcome humiliation rituals. Some of you, your partner has overcome humiliation rituals, is what I just heard. Or you're currently overcoming them. The Ten of Saucers suggests that you have achieved a level of financial stability and security. You may have inherited wealth, or you may have built a successful business or career that provides for your needs and those of your loved ones. This card represents wealth, abundance, and legacy. You may be enjoying your success with your family and community. You may also be thinking about your legacy and how you can pass on your wealth and knowledge to future generations. The Ten of Saucers asks, are you happy with what you've accomplished? Yes, I am. I am happy of what I've accomplished, and I am proud of my Libra land friends and soul family with everything you guys are accomplishing. It's nutso out here in this world. Keeping your head above water on the daily and actually excelling is out of this world. You have to have an amazing discipline, outer strength and inner strength to attain this 10 of Pentacles in this life. We're doing it, Libra. Where should Libra not focus? Full moon. Ooh. What? Let me get out my tarot book, because what is Major Arcana 19? What is Major Arcana 19? That's not Judgment. That's not the World. Is that the Tower? What's 19? Hold on, let me look. I should definitely know this. It's the Sun. What? Where you should not focus your energy. Well, that's kind of funny, because speaking of 3i Atlas, I did some research. I watched the interviews with that Harvard scientist, and I looked at the path of the comet or probe, whatever it is, craft. I looked at the path of that freaking comet. It came so close to Mars. Anyway, when I'm looking at the path and I'm looking at our solar system, all the planets, we all rotate around the central sun. Okay, so the Sun card is where not to focus. And this is in this deck that I'm using. This is the Tarot of the Unexplained. All my readings are for entertainment only. We have the Anunnaki, where not to focus, Libra. This is just so different. The sun, the Anunnaki. The sun is the center of our solar system. In astrology, the sun represents the true center of every person's universe, themselves. Is Spirit saying we shouldn't focus on ourselves? I think they're saying try not to become like overly obsessed with shining, the light, the sun, being seen. Don't become overly obsessed with popularity or this is where not to focus. So I'm going to read the card, the Anunnaki card, but I'm looking at the general meaning of the sun. Also, the sun illustrates your need to shine and to find a moonlight companion who can reflect your radiance. Maybe at this time, Spirit is asking you to be more like the moon instead of the sun. The sun is an energy source. It's constantly projecting heat and energy out to us, right? So if we're being asked by Spirit to not focus here, it's like kind of retreat, reflect, be more like the moon at this time. All right. Okay. Let's read 19, the Anunnaki. So I'm going to read reverse, where not to focus. Stop ignoring your inner child. This says in reverse, you're ignoring your inner child, struggling to see the bright side, seeking a permission slip. You need to stop seeking permission. God, universe, divine mother, divine father, whatever you believe, they're giving you permission right now. They're telling you to stop seeking permission. This is your life. Cue Bon Jovi. It's my life. Okay? Let's go. So stop ignoring your inner child. And don't think that you need a permission slip. The phenomena is positive contact with alien races and UFO sightings. The Sumerians, the Babylonians, the Akkadians, and Assyrians all claim to have help from a sky race of intelligent beings called the Anunnaki. It was this race who allegedly taught them how to begin civilization. The Anunnaki were described as much larger than humans, wearing lots of gold and silver jewelry, and having wands that could fire an energy beam as a weapon. What the beep? You guys wouldn't believe what I just got gifted yesterday. You won't believe what I just got gifted yesterday. Close your eyes. It's about to be MIB up in here. It's like the Men in Black memory erase pen. It's super bright. Like I can't look into the light. Don't look into the light. That's crazy. I just got gifted this yesterday. Random gift. Huh. A wand with an energy beam. That's what it looks like to me. It's long like a wand. And it directs energy. It could also be used to levitate large objects and direct their flying ships. Oh, is this my like, why did I just envision, what are they called? The people that work the runways at the airports with their little glowing sticks. I'm going to be out in the backyard like, land over here. Land here. Communicate here. Come here. I'm just joking. Anyways, sort of. This is a fun card telling you to enjoy life now. Life is short. Don't waste it worrying about problems you have no control over. Everything is improving in your life. Whew. When this card is in reverse, heed its permission to do whatever the heck you want today. Confirmation, excuse me. Call in sick. Leave the chores to someone else. Go to a new bar. Buy something nice. Be excellent to yourself. This is the get out of jail free card. Oh. Okay, Spirit. Count your blessings. If you bought this deck, you had some extra pocket money. You can read. You are a psychic. You enjoy art. What else do you need? You're right, Spirit. I didn't buy this deck, though. It was gifted to me. But I did find it and send a picture to the person I wanted to buy it for me. I found it at Books A Million, this deck, when I was looking through all their decks at BAM. And I took a picture of a couple decks I wanted, and I sent it to my mom. It was my birthday? Yeah, it was my birthday. It's not like she just buys me stuff on the regular, like I'm some spoiled child that just, gets, no. It was my birthday. It was a birthday gift. Anyway. All right. Where to focus instead, Libra? You are psychic. You enjoy art. You can read. Man, Spirit is really pushing us to read. It's like, if you don't read those books you bought, you're just going to let them collect dust and sit on the shelf your whole life. No, I'm not, Spirit. I'm going to read them. And now I hear Spirit saying, well, life is short. You better get to reading. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Oh, Spirit, come through. Check me. Check me. Don't talk about it. Be about it. I haven't heard that for a while. The Six of Saucers is where you should focus instead. This is the Six of Cups, I believe. The Six of Saucers, where you should focus instead at this time. Sharing, generosity, charity, balance. The phenomena is the military reporting a UAP and providing video. Maybe that's going to come up in the news here soon around this full moon. I don't know. I feel like there's so much else going on. Like the whole UFO 3-eye atlas thing is like back of the bus or back of the mind type of like, anyway, which is fine. I'm not saying it should take, it doesn't. Anyway, 6 identical craft whip across the night sky like black boomerangs. The craft emit a greenish glow, signifying this card's relationship with money. Money, honey. Okay, so Spirit's telling us to focus on charity, balance, generosity, how we help others, how we show up for others, and our money. The final craft in the sequence fires a beam of light at the ground as if to leave evidence that they were there. Maybe we'll see like a new crop circle or something pop up in the news. The 6 of Saucers is a card of generosity, charity, and balance. 6 is a number of harmony, like the hexagon of a honeycomb. It is a highly stable structure. With this card, you are in either the honeycomb. Why did I just hear, what movie was that with me? Is it Mila Djokovic? What is her name? The Umbrella Academy or the Umbrella Corporation, the Hive, the Honeycomb, apocalyptic movie. What was that? Where's theater? I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention in the chat. Resident Evil, Moon Goddess Lee, thank you. Yes, Sarah Bay, thank you. I just picked up on Resident Evil. With this card, you are in either the inviolable situation of being able to give to others, even if it's just offering the local homeless person a few bucks, or you're in a position to be on the receiving end of the generosity of others. So either you got it, Libra, or you're about to get it, love. Make sure that when you are blessed, you spread those blessings around. I promise you, it keeps the flow. It keeps the balance. It keeps money coming to you. It's a currency, it's an energy, it's a flow with the money. And it feels nice to help others. It makes your heart warm. Makes you feel like you're a good human. Makes you feel like your life has some more purpose. We've been channeled this month. In the monthly video for November, it was going to be about charity. It was going to be about giving. It was going to be about helping your communities, especially if you're already in a place of a higher level. You have it like that to give, to be generous, to help. Now's the time. Money is an energy, and energy can be trained, harnessed, repurposed, and used positively. It's all in your mindset. How interesting. Money is an energy. Energy can be trained, harnessed, repurposed, and used positively. So whatever negative or tragic, just unpleasant situations, unfortunate events is what I just heard. Unfortunate events that have happened around you or that are continuing to happen around you. Libra, we're going to step up to the plate this month. We're being asked by Spirit to step up to the plate. Where we should focus instead. All right, let's get our likely outcome. Real quick, I do want to address the Yeti at the bottom. You may feel alone. You may feel left out in the cold. This is the Hermit. Let's read it. But you're not. Look at the crafts above him. Your spirit team is with you 24/7. Yeti. Finding your inner strength. Prudence. Needing alone time. Taking caution. Being vigilant. Sighting a cryptid or a creature that is rarely seen, even like an endangered species. Spirits appearing only to you. The Yeti is facing the card reader. Oh, that's so weird. I just got chills. Listen, how I have this set down, I'm like right here, right? I'm off here to your left, right? He's pointing right at me, right here to my left. He's pointing right to your reader, to me. That's so weird. The Yeti is facing the card reader. Its arm raised toward the reader in sinister warning, while its other arm remains limp at its side. Snow is blowing, obscuring clear sight. 2 large rocks flank the Yeti, with snow lotus flowers surrounding each one. 5 UFOs slightly glide over the Himalayan mountains. The Yeti is a spiritual mentor or a sign that one is near. There's an old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Drawing the Yeti card is a sign that you are at a pivotal point in your life. I used the word pivot yesterday so much. I used pivot yesterday. Like the second time I used it in a sentence, just talking with people in my day-to-day life, not online, just talking with people in my day-to-day life. I used pivot, like 3 times yesterday. And by the second time, I was like, why does this word keep coming up in my vocabulary? Pivot, pivot, pivot. We're going to have to pivot, Libra. Keep pivoting. Big changes are on the horizon. When you are done with this period of introspection, don't rush it, but don't be blind to signs and opportunities either. Are you feeling that you're at a major turning point in your life? You are. All right, let's get our likely outcome. Thank you guys for all your kindness and all your support. All right. I was going to put it back in because I'm like, is it really our card? It's a major. And it keeps coming up for us. I'm going to put it back. I'll show you guys, but I'm going to put it back. I want it to really pop out on the table, but it kind of just popped into my hand and I took it. But I'm being guided to put it back. The jackalope. This is the Hierophant. But what's up with the antlered rabbit? Are those real? They do exist, right? Or are they mythical? I thought they were real. I thought they lived out west. I don't think they're real. I have no idea, you guys. Growing up, I thought the jackalope was a real thing. But now I'm not so sure. Okay. Somebody said no. Cole's Truth said no. I thought they were real, yo. I thought they lived in the West, in the desert or something. The horned rabbits. No, but that's significant. No. Hear me out. Yesterday I saw 2 bucks. 2 bucks with racks on their antlers. I saw 2 deer, 2 male deer, bucks with big racks, big antlers just yesterday. So that's significant. The freaking antlers. I don't know. What's the spiritual meaning of antlers? What the hecky? Come through, Spirit. I've never asked this question. What is the spiritual meaning of antlers?
Spiritually, antlers symbolize rebirth, renewal, and growth.
Oh, she stopped talking. She said, and grow. It says growth. She said, and grow. And then just stopped. She said, spiritually, antlers symbolize rebirth, renewal, and growth. So Spirit's like, grow, Libra, grow. Due to the annual cycle of shedding and regrowing them. Oh, they regrow them? See, maybe I knew that, maybe I didn't. Huh. They also represent strength, leadership, and spiritual authority. This is who you are. This is who you are becoming. A pivotal person of strength, leadership, and spiritual authority. Thank you, Aubrey. You just forgot, sis. I did. But I'm pretty sure I knew that. It doesn't sound new. Shout out to Aubrey. Okay. Like I said, you are becoming a pivotal person of strength, leadership, and spiritual authority. You are a connector between the physical and spiritual worlds. That's what the antlers symbolize. A connection between the physical and the spiritual. Because the antlers grow from the crown chakra on top of the head towards the heavens. Oh, I love learning new stuff like this. This is so cool, Libra. Other meanings include protection, a bridge between the earthly and divine, and the expansion of consciousness. Woo-wee! Libra, your consciousness is expanding. You're becoming a pivotal, strong bridge between the earthly and the spiritual realms. You're constantly tapped in. You have permission to tap out. Back to the get out of jail free card. Was that the 10 of Pentacles? Or was that, no, that was the Sun. The Anunnaki, the Sun card, said it's the get out of jail free card. And that you don't need to seek permission. And if you are seeking permission, it's granted. All right, likely outcome. That is so cool about the antlers. Who knew? There we go. See, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Pop out onto the table. I was going to say, if it's the jackalope. Hunter of saucers. That's pentacles. So this is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, possibly. There's celebration here. The Three of Portals. That's the Three of Cups. Who is this? Hunter. Speaking of deer, right? Hunter out next. Interesting. Reliability, stability, sticking to one's goals. So right now you're being asked to focus on your stability. Make sure you're being reliable. Not only to yourself, well, not only to others, but to yourself too. Stick to one's goals. Confirmation. Intense lights appearing in the sky, causing temporary blindness or amnesia. Shut the front door. Here come the men in black. Galaxy. Here come the men in black. I can't make it up, Libra. I just can't make it up. Maybe here come the men in black. I don't know. Have no fear. You and your spirit team are strong, my dear. Have no fear. That's crazy, though. That's literally what the Men in Black pen does. It causes amnesia. I was gifted this yesterday, by the way. Just yesterday, I was gifted this. It showed up at my doorstep. I kind of wondered, I'm like, is there some type of recording device in there? No, it just came from a nice person that knows I'd sometimes take walks in the neighborhood at night, and they wanted me to have something bright. Anyway, appreciate that gift. Thank you. Hunter of Saucers. One of my neighbors gifted that to me. So thank you, neighbor. The hunter stares upward and is bathed in a beam of golden light from a craft above. He is unafraid of the craft, unafraid even of being taken. Secretly, he may wish to be taken by them to avoid the drudgery of his day job. His arm is up to shield his eyes from the light. Or is he saluting them? Two tall pines flank him, representing the choices before him. The constellation Capricorn forms a bridge between the two trees as it appears to cradle the UFO. Capricorn represents Earth, practicality, and fiscal responsibility. What's fiscal? That's like business, right? Emily just gifted memberships. I'm going to ring the bell. Fair warning. Thank you, Emily. Welcome to my new members. Yes. Thank you so much for that. Define fiscal. Okay. The choice he makes now will have long-term financial impact. So you have two choices before you. The two pines. You have two choices before you. I guess this is going to impact your finances long term. The Hunter of Saucers is a practical and responsible figure who is focused on achieving material success through hard work and dedication. In its upright form, this card represents reliability, stability, and a steadfast approach to achieving one's goals. Now, in reverse, it means stubbornness or being overly cautious. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of your goals. Don't be afraid of your dreams. Yes, stay cautious when it comes to these demonic narcissists out here. Yes, be aware, but do not fear your dreams. They were given to you for a purpose. And I'm not telling you to fear these demonic narcissists either, but have a healthy awareness that they're out here. But I feel like you guys, my Libraland collective, knows this. But I'm just reiterating. So it says, what choices are you facing? Are they financial? If so, are you saving? Are you putting money into multiple locations? Have you researched them? That looks like a big coin. So this may speak of, what do they call it? I gotta watch what I say. Not the B word. You know what I mean. Crypto. This could have to do with crypto. That's such a game. It's such a game. I have no idea about any of that. I have never, ever been involved in any crypto trading, anything. I've never put in $1 into crypto. So I have absolutely no idea about it. This is bringing me back to that person that used to go hard in supporting Libraland and me. And then he sent me a message on Instagram. This was like 2022. He sent me a message on Instagram showing me that he purchased crypto, or what were those things called where you can like create your own space or your own crypto. He made Libraland. And I'm like, you didn't have my permission to do any of that. And none of that is in my name. He was one of the, I don't know. He reached out again to me this year, though. Like, it had been years since I heard of this person that did that. So just for the record, my ear's ringing. He's probably watching right now. Just for the record, I have never put $1 into crypto. I have no idea about it. I don't have any type of crypto accounts, just for the record. If there are any Libraland cryptocurrencies or whatever, that was done by an outside party, has nothing to do with me. I don't know about it. Go hunt them. Go hunt them, not me. I screenshotted it all. I have it all on record. Like if anything ever comes about, I don't know. Ripple Effect was his name. My OGs remember. Ripple Effect. And then after him came a few more that have since disappeared. And I think one more from their group is here. When one doesn't work, they send in another. And when that doesn't work, they send in another. Train horn confirmation. I mean, this person acted like they were the biggest supporter of my entire life. But why would you create crypto in my business's name without my permission? That doesn't sound right, does it? That doesn't sound okay. Libra land is trademarked. I don't even see how that's legal. Yeah, but I'm letting you guys know it's from a group of people that are trying to set me up financially for some type of downfall. That's what my guides tell me. That's what my intuition says. And do you hear the train? It's definitely not funny at all. I'm not laughing in the least. And I don't know why this is coming up today, but it is. Why did that come up, Spirit? Why did that come up? Shut the front door. The Ace of Pentacles. Some people know what you're going to come into before you do, Libra, and they try to take it from you before you even receive it. Ace of Saucers, Ace of Pentacles. They're trying to beam up their cash cow. They're trying to beam up their cash cow. Let's fatten up the cash cow. So then when they're all fat and ready, we're going to take them and take all their cash. This is the plan. This was the plan. Pardon me. Spirit says this was the plan. They will not succeed. I am my own cash cow. No one else's. And the only people that are going to benefit off of my meat is my family. Metaphorically speaking, referencing a cow and the cow's meat. You know how you can go buy a whole cow or half a cow and stuff your freezer and have a whole year worth of food? Why is that coming up too? Like in real life, like maybe some of us need to look into that. Going to these farms and buying directly from the farmers. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting me. Thank you all for hearing my stories, you know, everything I've been through. Okay. Libra. Advice for Libra collective under this full moon. You are your own cash cow. No one else's cash cow, Libra. Message. Wow. What? Our passed over loved ones are back out. The Five of Ghosts with the Judgment card. How crazy is that? Doesn't it say, like, if you're Christian, doesn't it pretty much say, like, everyone that transitions is still here until Judgment Day? I said they're still here. In the very beginning of this live stream, I said with this Five of Ghosts card, I said, even though the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, is over, that doesn't mean that our passed over loved ones just disappear into the ethers. They're still here. Confirmation, the Judgment card with the Five of Ghosts. Confirmation. They're still here. They're still roaming. You don't have to accept that. You don't have to believe that. I'm not saying it's absolute fact, but that's what I'm getting with the Judgment card and the Five of Ghosts. They're all around you. They're all around you. Your passed over loved ones are all around you. Now my nose is twitching. Why the Men in Black, though? Was that just for the Judgment card reference? Or is there something more here? Especially since I have my pen, my Men in Black wand. They want you to forget. Amnesia. Not your passed over loved ones. There are energies that want you to have amnesia. They want you to forget. Forget about your ancestors. Forget about your passed over loved ones. Forget about how they passed away. But absolutely not. I have not forgotten. I will never forget. I know the evil in this world. I've seen it many, many times firsthand. There is no amount of freaking strobe lights that is going to make me forget what I've seen and experienced and felt in this incarnation. Definitely not forgetting my freaking loved ones. The Men in Black. Why is the Men in Black here with the Five of Ghosts? They feel defeated, yo. The Five of Ghosts is the Five of Swords. The Men in Black feel defeated when it comes to you. They couldn't get you to forget. They couldn't get you to compromise. They couldn't get you to succumb. Libra. Man. You've been attacked. You've been attacked. This is the Knight of Wands. You've had fake love offers. You've had possible abusive lovers. You outrank them all. You outrank them all. People are afraid to even show their face around you now. Look at her. She's hiding her face. She won't turn towards us so we can see her face. People feel defeated, even ashamed for what they've done to you. Some of them have had the book thrown at them. Look at that. You see the eye in the middle of the bookshelf? Look at this eye. That book is literally being tossed out of the eye. They've had the book tossed at them. They really thought they were going to take from you, conquer you. That's right. I invoke Anubis. Thank you, Anubis. This is the death card. And we don't say that word in the Appalachian Mountains. But I call upon Anubis with this death card energy, my spiritual protector. Call upon Archangel Michael. Wow. The death card and the strength card. You already know what I'm about to say. You have heavy freaking hitters on the other side, Libra. Your passed over loved ones, ancestors. I just got a text message. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I have to have that in by 9. Oh, I can't go off the line. No. Okay. It might put you guys on pause. I hope it doesn't end the live. I got to do something, y'all. Okay, let me say my message really quick, okay? Before I pause. Gosh, I hope it doesn't end the live, but I have to do something. Okay. The death card and the strength card, the Thunderbird. Some of you, you're serious. Your indigenous ancestors with the Thunderbird are riding for you. Just saying, some of you guys have indigenous ancestors and they are with you. You are their chosen child of the lineage. You're the magical one. All right, you guys, I gotta hold on. Oh, I hope you don't go anywhere. I don't know how this is gonna work. How am I gonna do this? Last call. Last call! All right, daggone it. Okay. Hey! It worked. I'm back. Thank you guys for still being here. Can you hear me? I'm so glad that worked. Hallelujah. 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 Okay, let's do this. How much was it? Tag on it. Hold on. I'm back. Okay. We figured out how it worked. Tournament. Hold on, I'm finishing up this real quick. We make this payment. Uh-huh. 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 4 minutes to spare. I had to do this before 9 a.m. It's 8:56 a.m. Okay. 3 minutes. That's done. All right. Good job. All right. Okay. All right. The Wendigo. Ah, I said it. Rebuke. No, I said it. Okay. The Death card and the Thunderbird. All right, let's see. Let's read. Libra. Okay. Yeah. It says the phenomena for the Death card is literally the dead appearing around you. So, if you've been seeing things, go get your eyes checked. But beyond that, entertainment purposes only, you may be seeing ghosts, passed over loved ones, confirmation. Shambling out of the edge of a forest, the W emerges, laser focused on its target. The sun is setting behind it, and the constellation Scorpio is arching across the darkening sky. An ancient spirit. The W is death personified. It often appears as an emaciated human, often part animal, like a skeletal zombie. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's so weird. It says it's a cannibal. I mentioned being a cash cow. Oh, that's weird. And I randomly saw a advert on YouTube this morning for Silence of the Lambs. And come to find out, the advert for Silence of the Lambs has the tiger lily moth over the person's mouth on Silence of the Lambs. What's up? That freaking tiger lily moth has been coming up for us lately, Libra. How many times now? Ever since I figured out that those woolly bear caterpillars, the woolly bear caterpillars transform into the tiger lily moth. That tiger lily moth keeps coming up. It's even in this deck. I'm surprised it's not in that Five of Ghosts. It's in this deck. So something about, you take up for the lambs. You're no one's cash cow. You're no one's lamb, stray. You are the shepherd. Maybe you come from the divine lineage of the shepherd. Jesus. He came out yesterday in the live. The W appears to bring you to the next level of evolution. The W is your guide to lead you to your next step. Change can be scary, and this is why the W looks the way it does. Blue Oyster Cult. Blue Oyster Cult song says, "Don't fear the Reaper." I don't fear Anubis because Anubis, I love dogs. It's a guide. Something about old blue. Listen to this. Take the hand of the W when it is offered, like the old Blue Oyster Cult song says, "Don't fear the Reaper." Why is that taking me to the Alice in Wonderland cards? And it's taking me to the oysters. Remember, it was the sweet nothings that lured the oysters to their demise, to be eaten. I'm going to get that Alice in Wonderland deck out real quick. The Carpenter and the Walrus. Remember? Here it goes. I bought this deck for myself because I thought it would be cool to use. All right. Tell me about the Blue Oyster. So this is a cult. You're dealing, some of you guys are dealing with a CULT. Trade hands. Blue collar. Trade hands. Blue collar. You can trust. Why do I feel like you can trust the blue collar but not the white collar? There's a king, which sounds ridiculous, but hear me out. The king. Let's keep going. Trade hands. So, blue collar, tradesman. Why does that matter here? Tradesman, blue collar, tradesman. Why does that matter? What does that have to do with anything? Another blue? The rules have reset. New rule. The rules have reset. New rule. Blue collar. Tradesman. Drink me and eat me at the bottom. You see the pillar? Ever since I visited DC this summer, whenever I see these pillars, it just reminds me of Washington, DC. I'm hearing what Marie Antoinette said real obnoxiously, like let them eat cake. So they're offering you up poison, saying, drink me, drink me. You don't want to drink that. You're hungry. I'm not reading into that. I'm not reading into that crap. I don't care about that crap. I mean, we care, but we're not going to give that attention is what I mean. We care deeply, but we're not going to give that attention. We're going to get out there this month and help people. We're going to share. Why is this here? The cake and the drink. The cupcake and the drink. The Queen. She is so ugly. Ugly queen. Nothing like the people's princess. Ugly queen. Nothing like the people's princess. Here we have the rabbits. Talking rabbits. The March hare at the bottom. Something about March could be very significant. The Vorpal Sword. What does it do? What's its magic powers? Let's see. The Vorpal Sword. Vorpal Sword symbolism. Huh.
The Vorpal Sword represents ultimate victory and the power to overcome chaos, originating from a famous poem. It symbolizes heroism and the ability of good to win, often seen as a very sharp, deadly weapon, as seen in games like Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, thanks, Spirit. So the Vorpal Sword symbolizes ultimate victory and the power to defeat chaos. It represents heroism, power, and the ability of good to overcome evil. It's like we're being asked to sharpen our sword. Look how it's gleaming. It's like gleam, bling, 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 bling. Super sharp, clean. That's how Spirit wants us to be right now. That's how Spirit wants us to appear to the world. Sharp, clean, on top of it. Also, hit the books. Your mental agility. Your mental agility is very important for us, Libra. Okay. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get out the Black Moon Astrology and get an astrology card for this full moon. Oh, shoot. Hold up a second. Emily, thank you for that super chat. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing that. Thank you for sharing your talents. Thank you for being such a supportive person. Thank you so much. Love you too, Amy. What does Libra need to hear right now? The wind picked up in the background, but the sun's out. It's very windy today. Winds of change brewing. Okay. Hold up. Let's clean up. This isn't very aesthetically pleasing. Okay. I will keep the cards that came out. I'm just going to put them to the side here. Look at that. There it goes. Thank you, Spirit. There it goes. The tiger lily moth. It's right there. That's what the woolly bear caterpillar turns into. The Seven of Ghosts. Doesn't that look like ancestors? Doesn't that look like, you know, the indigenous people of the land? Mixed in with some pilgrim action over here. He kind of looks like a farmer or a pilgrim. But he looks like he's holding an arrowhead. He looks indigenous. Okay. They want me to keep that card out. Thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up, all your support. Let's go, Libra. Thank you for the super thanks. Thank you for the donations and the tips sent to my Cash App or PayPal. Thank you. Earth element. Stability is our card. Whew. All right. Let's go. Capricorn season could be pretty significant. We have 10th house at the bottom of the deck for the world. Capricorn season, which is the end of December and runs through the end of January, could be pretty significant for the entire world. Okay. Earth element, stability. 38. This is the Ace of Pentacles. It already came out in the tarot, you guys. So we got it twice. This was the Ace of Pentacles in the tarot. The cash cow that's getting beamed up. All right. Earth element. Every moment and every event of every man's life on earth plants something in his soul. Now is the time to draw upon your strength. Think of yourself as solid and sure as a rooted tree. You are firm. Nothing can knock you out of your spot. Earth is the element of the signs Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. These are the signs that keep us centered, but more aptly, fastened to the ground. Our spirits become stable. Our souls deepen under the influence of Earth. The Earth element reminds us that we are engaged in the 5 senses. Our dreams become manifest in what is real, not what is imagined. Earth is the element of practicality and wisdom. Earth signs are about what is real, what can be proven, and what is solid in our lives. They have to do with certainty, what can be seen and felt, rather than what is imagined or dreamed. Earth tells us to take our time. There doesn't need to be a rush. We can achieve what we want while going through methodical steps. It all depends upon how determined and measured we are, how strong and self-assured. The Earth element card is about finding meaning in the physical world, living free among nature, being animal and also human. The warning here is not to become stubborn. Allow others to be who they are. It is not time for rushing or criticism. I'll be real. Over the last week, I had a conversation with somebody in my personal life, and they were giving me excuses as to why they didn't want to reconnect with somebody from our past. And it was just, I wanted to be like, that's not legit. Like, okay, but really? Like instantly my Libra mind thought of something that person did by messing up. And it's like, okay, but you've done something similar that you're telling me you don't care about that person anymore because of something very petty, that you've actually done something very similar. It's like, just let people be who they are. Let's not cultivate like some type of weak excuse about why we don't want to go around people, or why people are. It's just like, anyway, I just wanted to be like, oh, that's BS. Just come on, get over that. Like, it was super petty Betty, and it was like, come on, that's not even legit. Like, do you hear yourself? Sort of thing. Allow others to be who they are. It is not time for criticism. When this card comes up in a reading, it can indicate that matters are becoming rock solid and sure, or it can mean you may have to prove yourself in some tangible way at this time or very soon. The Earth element card is about being practical and landing on your feet like a cat. You will want to look out for stubbornness at present, either in yourself or others. That's just, that person I was talking to was just being stubborn. And I'm just like, whatever, fine. You know what I mean? Like, all right, that's you. Fine. Whatever. Hold on. I'll finish reading this in just a second. I want to get my coffee heated up. Oh, that's too funny. So Libra, you're noticing the stubbornness in others, and spirits like, just make sure you're staying balanced, you're staying practical, you're staying focused, you're staying kind, you're remaining generous, helpful. Back to that Six of Pentacles, the stability, the generosity, the balance. Ooh. Ooh, I need to stretch. Oh my gosh. I used to be able to pretty much go down to a full split. And that was pathetic. I cannot go down far at all right now. Oh, stretch. I was a gymnast in my young years. Work out for me, work out for me. That's where Spirit wants us to focus on getting healthy, too. Getting ourself, our body, our mind, and our finances stable and in order, and helping others. That's literally the 4 things Spirit wants you to focus on for the month of November, Spirit, or Libra. I'll say it one more time. Your body, your physical health, your mind and your soul, and helping others. Oh, and your financial stability. Yeah. Your soul is pretty tight, I heard. Like, you're pretty in there with the soul part and the spirit part. So that's why I said focus on body, mind, read those books, and finances. You're pretty solid with your spiritual beliefs and your connection to spirit. And then helping others this month and continuing to help others as life goes on. Because I feel like I don't think in our lifetime we will be living in some type of perfect world where help is not needed. I just don't think that's going to be coming around our lifetime. So the help is always going to be needed for the rest of our lives. Being there for others. When this card comes up in a reading, it can indicate that matters are returning to rock solid and sure. It can mean you may have to prove yourself. You will want to look out for stubbornness, either in yourself or others. This can indicate being fixed in your views and not willing to try something new. It implies you may not feel it is time to change your ways or your course. However, action is needed. It's time to stop plotting and to let go of your fears. This card is about building blocks, building a home, or building a foundation for your life. In this way, you are finding a master plan and what works. This card also solidifies the focus of your reading. It is a good omen because it means you are constructing a solid base that will last. It is also about duty and being measured in all that you do. Shut the front door. The balance scales we also measure. The scales also were used to measure in history. Pounds, all that. Hello? They're at the grocery store right now by the apples. You better go weigh up your freaking fruits and veggies on the scale. Hello? Let's go. It also denotes standing fast for your truth. The Earth element card is also a sensual card, having to do with appetites where intimacy, needs, and expression are concerned. And this may have some relevance to your question. At worst, this card can represent hoarding, not being able to let go of things. Materialism may play into this. It may indicate working for tomorrow while not living in the present. So you are encouraged to relax, take a break, and return to the garden. It is not time to rush things. Patience is needed to get where you want to be, and a mad rush could cause your tower to collapse. So don't be rushed. Don't let people rush you, especially driving. Things can change up in the blink of an eye when you're driving and you're allowing people to rush you. Just stay out of the fast lane. If you're not in a rush, stay out of the fast lane. But people will, I can go 5 miles, 10 miles over the speed limit, and people will still tailgate me or whatever. I do not play that game. I will look for an opportunity to get over immediately and let them go. Because you're not going to push, poke, or prod me into a speeding ticket. So just get over and let them go. Let them get the speeding ticket or whatever. No. It's not time to rush. Patience is needed. Remember, the foundation must be solid. Your happiness is dependent upon this structure. And that means matters will likely progress at a slow pace, with maybe a few steps back before you eventually get there. The Earth element card says this matter is essential, so you want it to last. You've already taken the few steps back to move forward, Libra. We're only moving forward now. You accept responsibility. This is about stability, accepting responsibility, the body, becoming organized, and get out in nature. What's tried and true, what has been or what will be proven, mountainous areas, crossing over lands, land deeds, real estate, buying or selling land, growing your own food. I did mention fruits and veggies, didn't I, with the scale? Because my mind went to the scale that I see at the grocery store by the fruits and the veggies. But it's coming up again here. Grow your own food. Eat healthier. The woods. Tending to creatures. Being closer to the earth. Setting down foundations for life and love. Worrying over small details or over what's not there that should be. Being and the need to be orderly and organized. Ambition. Going out on a limb to get what you are after. Meeting the right people. Connecting up with powerful individuals. Those who can make a difference. The bottom line. Going into business. Learning to trust. Giving trust. Asking for trust. Stubbornness. Reality. Metal. Earth. Dirt. The colors brown, gray, and black. With 10th house, the world. fame, and the world at large. Okay, Libra. Jeez, another Capricorn. Oh yeah, duh, never mind. It's a lot of Capricorn in this read. Because the 10th house is the house of Capricorn, it indicates you are about to put forth a diligent and concentrated effort. The climb, you're goaded. You've been goaded. Like the Capricorn Libra. You've been goaded. The climb and the advancement of your reputation is what the 10th house card means when it turns up. Yep, you've been goaded, Libra. It also suggests looking at everything as the big picture, since the 10th house is ruled by Saturn. Being required to tell the truth or to be honest will have great bearing on how you advance your goals. People will discuss what you're doing, what you have started or are about to make. You may be contacted by the media, become recognized, or at least you will see your efforts in some public forum. The matter in hand may have something to do with gov, traveling to other lands, or encountering foreigners. Or it could just mean your ambitions are about to gain momentum. Layers of illusion are being removed. Your essential self disclosed. This could be in relation to the public or a possible love interest. If a love interest, they could be older or more established, or they will work along beside you in meeting your goals. Okay. If this card comes up, and can sometimes mean playing along with the status quo to get ahead. It could be to do with paying your dues, grabbing what you can, and taking advantage of a situation. This card suggests how high you can go in this lifetime. Since it symbolizes the world, it also represents the earth. Wow, Libra. Are you going to be the new elite? Sounds like it. Or you're going to be joining the elite, making some positive change in that arena. Since it symbolizes the world, it also represents the earth. So working the land, wow. It just said that in the earth card. It just said that in that card. Here we have it again. Since it symbolizes the world, it also represents the earth. So working the land or acquiring land is something that may come into play and can therefore denote growth, crops, plants, farmers, and farming. Since Saturn plays in, this card can also represent a reaper. Shut the front door. Such as in, you reap what you sow. Thank you, Spirit. Indeed, indeed. So with the 10th house card, you get back what you give. In essence, though, this is the primary card of fame and infamy. Your legacy, what you will become known for. It is the house of success and failure. This card will tell of what will likely come about, depending on the surrounding cards and upon the energies that surround you at the current time. Okay, so the surrounding cards are Earth, Your stability is returning to your life. You're building upon a stable foundation now, Libra. Stability is returning to your life. You're growing. You're coming into new. The Five of Ghosts, your past over loved ones and ancestors surround you. And then right behind the 10th house card at the bottom of the deck, we have Aries. That's warrior energy. Ram. Warrior. Unstoppable force. Towards your North Node. You're stepping into your life's purpose, your North Node. And behind that, your soul, the moon. This is a full moon live stream. Full moon in Taurus, Beaver supermoon. November 5th, 2025. This is your soul path to embrace your creativity. You're a creative. You're an artiste. You're a healer. Pay attention to where Leo is in your chart right now. 5th house is Leo. Where do you have Leo in your chart? The universe is supporting you now. 10th house card in brief. Power. Your position of power and how you are thrust into it. Reigning powers. Influential people. Meeting persons in power. The world. World travels. The public. The masculine principle. The father. The husband. The most important man in your life. The subject of the reading, if male, your reputation, how you are viewed, fame and infamy, your legacy, the upper spine, physical endurance, aging, measure, time, clocks, using others, sucking up to others, hard work or not working hard enough, planning, diligence, step-by-step success, not overnight, being methodical and efficient, banks, privilege, the elite, going where the money is, achieving success, people paying attention, the voice of wisdom, ownership, destiny, and your place in the world at large. Let's get one more. I can feel it in the water. Sensing water, Jupiter, abundance. I was going to say I can feel it in the air, but it was the water card. Wow. Okay, Taurus. Full moon energy. All right. This is our message. This is our last card for this live stream. Taurus, I have. This is the Hierophant. Here's a quote by Leonardo da Vinci. There are 3 classes of people. Those who see when they are shown, those who do not see. You are about to grow something from which there will be beauty and abundance. Taurus natives are ruled by Venus, the planet of loveliness and indulgence. They tend to be down to earth and have a special eye for attractiveness and always have a need for luxury. Practical matters rule first with Taurus, taking care of the home and all the comforts before they move on toward what they truly love, which is pondering the meaning of their fates. As spiritual masters and teachers, they never completely stray away from what is real and solid ground. Yet, in their own way, they can be dreamy. Oh my gosh. Sign of the gentle gardener. That's 3 mentions of gardens, land, farming. Taurus people take their time with feet firmly planted on the ground. They must be certain about everything before choosing what comes next. The world of Taurus is the world of the senses, foods, fabric, color, skin. Very sumptuous they are. They are fond of lovely things and place great value on money. Most Taurans only believe what they can see or touch. Yet many gurus are born under the sign of the bull. So that means they are spiritual too, but tend to be dismissive over subjects they don't know much about. They have a conservative nature, so often must be convinced. They consider themselves realists. That said, Taurus is the sign that rules the fairy worlds. So contact with fairies or elementals is possible when this card turns up. You may have fairy dreams or even build a fairy home or garden. Sensing fairy presences is also possible. When this card comes up in a reading, money issues will have bearing on the matter. Bank accounts, counting change, accumulating funds, any matter to do with finances will come into play. It is also a good time to become involved in accounting or matters dealing with numbers and currency. The sign of Taurus symbolizes the sensuous nature, food, intimacy, comforts, so a passionate lover may be on the horizon. You may connect with a paramour who wishes to take care of you, or vice versa. Paramour. Define paramour. Oh. A lover. A secret lover. Possibly married. Oh no. Okay. The desire for comfort and relaxation will be part of this relationship. Maybe it's open. I'm not saying you maybe they've been married for 15, 20 years and it's open now. And this person really, 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 really likes you. They've been keeping an eye on you for quite a while. They want to help you. They want to take care of you, it says. Or if this is you, if you've been married for a long time and you have an open marriage, this is you. The desire for comfort, but I'm only reading it as an acceptance if it's open. We're not going to be sneaking around doing Three of Swords karmic activities. That's not that's not the type of Librans I read for. That's not what I'm about. No. But if it's open, if it's known, if it's okay with everybody, I see no harm. But that's my opinion, and my opinion only. This card indicates talents in the arts, especially singing and music. Taurus shares rulership with Leo over the stage, so matters involving plays, musicals, theater, concerts, and those that are traditional, such as ballet or classical music, may have meaning now. The Taurus card corresponds to the Hierophant, so this indicates tradition, not so much being brash, controversial, or eccentric. Taurus, of course, is bullish, so you may encounter a few stubborn or obstinate individuals. Anything offbeat won't serve you at this time. Whatever you do now will take on a practical tone. Oh my gosh. How many times have we heard that in this read? Practical, 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 practical. The Taurus card turning up in a spread is always a positive sign, as it is highly stable and supportive. In a chart, Taurus stabilizes matters. In general, Taurus is steady and reliable, hardly ever gets upset. One cannot rile a sensuous bull too easily, but if one does, the explosive results may be unforgettable. More than anything else, the Taurus card suggests dealing with finances, capital, investments, what is bought and what is owned. This card also stands for your possessions. It's a good time to build on what you have. It is also an excellent time to invest in real estate or properties. Taurus card in brief: what you own and what you are working to own, banks and bank accounts, investments, money in hand and cash flow, credit, loans, accounting, stocks, real estate, sentimentality, elegance, ballet, singers and singing, paintings and art galleries. Sticking with things, being stubborn, never backing down, appreciating what is material or practical, love of possessions, being skeptical, bullishness, sarcasm, not seeing the value in the non-material, wanting to parent others, having to wait and be patient. Yeah, nope. If you're only a parent if you're an auntie, an uncle, a mom, a dad, a grandmother, a grandfather, a foster parent, only children need parenting. And only the children that you are, you have around you in your family. We cannot parent other adults. So guard against that. Wanting to parent others. Blech. No thanks. Having to wait and be patient. Procrastination. I mean, like adults. Like, I can't stand man children. I've had a relationship with 2 man-childs, grown men, who just could not get past their messed up upbringings and would take it out on the divine feminines. I'm not your mom. You're not their mom, Libra, okay? You did not birth these mofos. You are not their parent. Get out of here. Go find somebody else to be your mommy. Grown-ass people. Having to wait and be patient. Procrastination. Independence. Doing things on your own. Being honorable and responsible. Being reliable. Being tough-minded yet compassionate. Being placid. The colors brown, green, and orange. Fairies. I'm about to get the fairy cards out. And then I'll end the live. Elemental spirits. Farms and farmers. Being greedy. Luxuries, comfort foods, and seeking pleasure. All right, let's get out the fairy oracle. Since the fairies have shown themselves, have been spoken of more than once in this read. Let's see. Yeah, Savage King. He says, no, I noticed that those are the ones, they usually have mother problems. I said money problems. They have that too. They have that too. They have mommy and money problems. Yes, they do. I'm sorry your mom went through that, Savage King. We rebuke them all now. They don't stand a chance. We learned the lessons. Shout out to your mom, though, Savage King. Shout out to your mom. Because I guarantee she was like me. She just cared about the person, thought they loved her, and thought that she could, you know, help him or whatever. Nope. Nope. People have to heal themselves. We can't do it for them. Oh, okay. Crystal magic. The beginning, the dawn, creation. Little boy blue at the bottom. Some of you guys are going to be bringing sons into the world. Dreams come true. Return of the soul. Crystal magic. 21. Divine sons. Divine sons. Not karmic ones, not narcs. Divine sons. And you're raising divine sons, to my divine feminine Libra goddesses, moms out there. I mean, just look. Savage King is a divine son. Savage King says, no, for real. My mom, she was so generous, and I was just questioning myself, why was she doing it? And then one day I snapped, and you had to self-defense. Yep. Sometimes love is blind, right? It's not even real love, though. Shout out to Eve. Love is blind. It'll take over your mind. When you think it's love, it's truly not. You need to elevate and find. In the beginning, there was one fairy and a crystal chamber where all the souls of the world would be birthed. And she danced and drew forth from one shining stone a soul which she blessed and set free into the world. This is the fairy of creation, the very beginnings of all things, of the source, of the thought, of the spark, of the birth, of the magic of your connection to the source. This fairy being is dancing into existence the song of the crystals. Within each of those crystals is a soul. Ooh, I got chills. Which when birthed will be you and me and we and all. The dance of creation is an endless, lifetimes long song with drifting harmonies and changes in rhythm from lifetime to lifetime. And we are all birthed from the same place, a place of source. We are all part of this divine connection. We all have within us that flame that is our star fire, our connection to the all that is. This fairy asks you to remember that whoever you seem to be, there is a larger, more transpersonal part of who you are, a part of you that belongs within all that is. While you have individual expression of it this lifetime, you are indeed beyond knowing in a human sense. This fairy being's role is to sing the song, dance the dance that reminds us all of our star fire and our common origins. She dances alone, and from each movement springs golden tendrils of energy, running from hands, through feet, whirling around and through her, a weaving of energies that calls souls back into life. Whoa. For the baby boy card to be at the bottom, like, no, like, for real, somebody's birthing a very powerful son. Or someone has birthed a very powerful son. We were just talking about Jesus yesterday. I'm just saying. We were just talking about Jesus yesterday. Talking about a powerful son. Okay. As long as she dances, shaping the source into patterns that we recognize as life forms, there will be happiness and merriment, and the crystals sing, and life comes again. This is about creating your own world, the end of chaos, freedom to choose, freedom of movement, grace and meaningful activity, beginnings to new ventures that are divine, the ability to heal or amplify energy crystals, working with true energy, dance, and movement to express yourself. Thank you, Spirit. I just heard Spirit say, and remember how we used to do. We would start off our readings and end our readings off on the same note. And that's how you know Spirit is always in the building for us, Libra. And guess what? I started off this live stream showing you guys this blue apatite crystal and the crystal box that it came from. I started this live stream showing you guys this Libra crystal gift set that I was gifted last Christmas. Shout out to my broski. And I decided to bring out the crystal that is called blue apatite. It can absorb negative energy of itself and others. It enhances the manifestation of ideas into reality. We start our readings and end our readings off on the same note. And that's how you know Spirit is in the house. Work with true energy, dance, and movement to express yourself. Heal through sound, crystals, dance, and energy. Dancing as if you are alone. No self-consciousness, no guilt. Total bliss in being. So do not ask permission to be you, Libra. I love you guys so, so much from the bottom of my heart chakra, forever and always, Libra land. I don't know why I'm emotional right now. I'll talk to you guys later. Stay balanced. Stay blessed. Peace. That full moon got me emotional.